Okay, Russia's first turn. This is going to be a pretty quick one. They have 35 IPCs to spend. They're going to spend it mostly on men, so there's going to be 2, 6, 8, 9 infantry and 2 artillery, so 27, 35 IPCs. So that's how it's going to be allocated. They have no combat. They're not at war yet. So everything that they're going to do is non-combat. So here's a summary of that. 1 infantry from Karelia into Novgorod, 2 infantry from Belarus into Novgorod, 2 infantry and a tank from Archangel into Novgorod, 1 infantry from Smolensk into Belarus, 1 artillery from Smolensk into Archangel, 1 fighter and 1 tactical bomber from Moscow into Novgorod, 3 infantry from Moscow are going to use the railway station and rail 1, 2, 3 into Novgorod. The infantry, artillery, and the mechanized infantry, artillery, and tank from Russia are going to move into Ukraine. The 2 infantry and the mechanized infantry from Bryansk are going to move into Ukraine. The infantry from Rostov is going to move into Ukraine. The 2 infantry from Caucasus are going to get on the transport and disembark in Ukraine. The mechanized infantry and the tank from Volgograd are going to move to Ukraine. The infantry from Volgograd is going to move to Tambov. The infantry from Tambov is going to move to Russia. In Siberia, basically everything is going to consolidate. The guy in Yenisei is going to move forward into Yakut. The 2 guys in the artillery in Yakut are going to move into Buryatia. The 3 infantry and the mechanized infantry from Buryatia are going to go to Saka. The 4 infantry, the mechanized infantry, and the tank from Amur are going to go into Saka. The infantry from Siberia is going to go to Saka. The infantry from Soviet Far East is going to go into Siberia. And the naval forces in C-Zone 5, the transport and the destroyer, are going to move to C-Zone 3. That is the extent of the non-combat movement for the Russians. So I'll tidy this up and we'll be back with placements and money. Okay, new unit placement. We're going to put 3 new infantry in Novgorod. We're going to put a new artillery in Novgorod. Down in the Ukraine, we're going to put 2 new infantry. Down in the Caucasus, we're going to put 2 new infantry. In Russia proper, there will be an artillery. And over in Saka at the military base, we can put 2 new infantry there as well. In terms of income, relatively straightforward. They started the turn at 35. They gained and lost no territory, so they collect 35 IPCs. Okay, let's do our disposition of forces. Naval forces. Submarine and a transport in C-Zone 127. Cruiser and a transport in C-Zone 115. In Novgorod, there is 1 tactical bomber, 2 fighters, 1 tank, 2 artillery, 2 anti-aircraft artillery, and 13 infantry. 13 infantry. In Belarus, there's an infantry. In Archangel, there is an artillery. In Western Ukraine, there's an infantry. In Ukraine, there are 2 artillery, 2 tanks, 4 mechanized infantry, and 9 infantry. In the Caucasus, there are 2 infantry. In Tambov, there's an infantry, and in Moscow, there is an infantry, an artillery, and 2 anti-aircraft artillery. Over in the east, in the Siberia area, 1 infantry in Yakut, 2 infantry and an artillery in Buryatia, and in Saka there are 2 mechanized infantry, an artillery, a tank, and 14 infantry. In Siberia, there's a single infantry, and then all the way over in C-Zone 3, there is a transport and a destroyer. That's Russia's turn. Japan is going to be up next.